Scooby-Doo bop, boop ba doop boop.
What up? I think it's time we start modifying our CRF 110. Let me go get my helper real quick. Well, here she is. So, Madeline's going to help me. I'm sure you guys have seen her before. She's the one who rode with me all the way to Las Vegas. Boy, that was a long ride. So, what we're going to do is we've got a table full of things over here. And basically, we got some foot pegs with some more aggressive style foot pegs attached to them. This is basically the cradle that goes underneath the engine for it. We got a full-size throttle tube. We got another throttle kit, but I don't know why this was sent. I don't know if we're going to need it or not. We'll tackle that when we get there. We got ourselves some Pro Taper bars. We got the extended front brake cable and the extended throttle cable. Are you ready? Let's go. All right, so right now we're getting the pegs installed. We're gonna have to move over this little kickstand, and once we get the cradle assembly off of there. So Madeline is underneath here, and there's 4 bolts that hold, nope, there you go, right there, Maddie. So there's 4 bolts there that hold this on, and 12 millimeter. Pop those 4 bolts out, and then the whole assembly will fall down. And then all you got to do is just switch over the kickstand. All right, get ready to catch them. Ready? Oh, there it is. Hold on one second. So basically we got the lever in the way. We're gonna have to slide this around the brake lever, and then we'll remount the kickstand. All right, so we went ahead and we're gonna do the pegs first, since you obviously need those to hold the machine up, and I don't have any, I don't have like a little motocross stand for this thing yet. So first things first, we're gonna remove the spring that actually makes the kickstand go up and down. I'm gonna help little mama do that. So let me get that off real quick, and then we'll loosen up this bolt and we'll move the kickstand from one to the other. Let me show you a little bit of a difference between these two. So if you look, this is actually the Honda one. And man, if you look at that, that just looks awful. These pegs are really chintzy. These springs, not strong. This setup here, I don't remember who makes it, but beads a little better, welds a little better. We got stronger springs, better foot pegs, and it's black, so that'll match the bike a little better. Now we'll just take this out and move it from one to the other. Is it off? There you go. Twist it off with your fingers. Bam. Good job. So now we'll just take it and we'll move it from that one to that one. Okay, so we went ahead and we torqued everything on the foot pegs. A little hard to film, but we got 20 foot-pounds on those 4 little bolts, and that's about it. You got to make sure that you run the pegs above the foot pedal or the brake lever there, and then yeah, on to the next step. All right guys, so we went ahead and we loosened up the mounts for the handlebars. I'm gonna go ahead and start pulling off all these controls, and we're gonna put the big bars on. Shouldn't be too hard. These are 4 10 millimeter bolts. I'm gonna get the torque specs for you here in a second. Okay guys, so we got these bars pulled out. We got all the controls pulled off. I went ahead and I put on the full-size throttle tube. I'm gonna switch out these cables anyways. I just wanted to make sure that this was going to fit. I gotta get me one of those little donuts or something for that. And then yeah, we'll start proceeding on. So now we're gonna go ahead and switch out this throttle cable for the extended.
Anyways, guys, as it turns out, I actually didn't even need to change or mess with this damn throttle cable or any of that stuff. this was a big pain in my ass because I ended up removing all the stock stuff. I put all the Motion Pro cables in there. I put that other freaking throttle kit on there, and it worked awful. I hated it. It bound up a bunch, and I ended up just making the stock ones work.
Okay, so we went ahead and we fast forwarded a little bit. As you can see, the bars are already on there, throttle grip's on there. We had some issues. Let me show you. So this throttle tube with this whole little outlaw throttle kit, yeah, that thing's a piece of shit. The full throttle tube that I bought, that one's on the machine. However, I had to use the stock throttle cables because these Motion Pro throttle cables that I used, complete trash. I do not like them whatsoever because the way they're designed is different than the CRF's setup. So the CRF down here, they have these little hard elbows right here, right before it goes into the throttle body. The problem with the Motion Pro ones is that they don't have those. So you have to make them bend really hard and significantly. And basically what it does is it binds up your throttle no matter what. You can run it any different which way, it still works like trash. So I went ahead and I put the stock one back on there. Luckily, we were able to go ahead and make it fit. Throttle cables, you can see it's a little tight, but it's okay because it works 10 million times better than the other way did. So we went ahead, we put on the bars. Well, looks like the weather's taking a turn for the worse, but we'll get a couple rolling shots. And yeah, I appreciate you guys for watching this video. Make sure you stay tuned for the next one because I'm going to be doing the rear spring, the front spring, the dampening rods, and the skid plate. Well, maybe not the skid plate, but we've got a shift shaft brace that we also got to put on. And yeah, hopefully in the next few days we get some better weather and a little less rain. It's so freaking cold out here, man. It's so freaking cold. These bars feel a lot better. Let me tell you, this throttle too, it feels 10 times better. I don't have my GoPro out right now, or else I'd have 2 hands on the steering. Unfortunately, it's freaking cold, man. Holy crap. I'm gonna have to get used to that quarter turn throttle. It's a little bit different than the other one. I think I'm pretty happy that the bars are a lot narrower. That's gonna make it a whole lot easier to make it through the thin spots, the narrow spots. Hell yeah, guys. Hey, thanks for watching. Appreciate it. We'll holler at you guys later. Take it easy.